Hi guys, Mike Lickeneck, Movement is Life. It is Monday. I usually do double tap on Tuesday. That's why it's called Double Tap Tuesday. But I'm so fucking excited and I'm actually doing a video today on Monday that I'm gonna do the double tap today. Okay, so number one, to a lot of people who don't know, I've not been posting any videos in the last something like 3 weeks, I think, because I had an accident and a guy ran a red light, hit me. I flipped, broke my collarbone, had a concussion, was took by ambulance to the hospital. I had a surgery. They put a plate and 6 titanium screws in me, bunch of staples. Staples came out this last Friday. I feel much better, but it's still a long road to recovery. So to everybody that's been texting me, calling me, some people went on social media and wish me well. I want to thank everybody. It really feels good that a lot of people care about me. So I really thank you very much. I'm okay. Not 100%, obviously, with the collarbone, with the plate just put in my body about 10 days ago, I think 11 days ago. So it hurts. I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. So this is the first time I can actually do a video, so I'm really excited. So I'm gonna push the double tap on a Monday instead on usually a Tuesday. Okay, double tap today is gonna be about gun versus knife. Okay, so I teach Agana, and obviously Agana is an Israeli martial art that has roots in the military, and we do empty hand, we do knife, we do handgun, and we do rifles. Okay, when I was in the military, in the IDF, I had a mag, which is a machine gun with a chain. I shot missiles, this and that. But at the end of the day, in Agana, it's basically empty hand, knife, handgun, and rifles. And in my case, I teach Tavors, not M4s. Okay, so basically, what is better to put time in training? Knife fighting skills or firearms fighting skills? Okay, so here is my thought on it and my 2 cents on it. If you're gonna use a firearm in self-defense in America, especially in America, in what's happening in this country with the active shooters, this and that, you better be 100,000% on the side of the law that you pull that trigger legally in self-defense, because there's a lot of gray areas that might appear, because even in Florida you have stand ground law, this and that. When you pull that trigger, you better be 1,000% that you're in self-defense and you have no other choices. Okay, so because of that, some people might panic and shoot or pull the trigger prematurely. In other words, too soon. Okay, so they're out of fear. Okay, versus the knife is more within arm's reach weapon. In other words, the guy that's trying to hurt you, or the person that's trying to hurt you, is with arm's reach, and he is endangering your well-being with body contact. Therefore, it's a little bit more warranted to use the knife. However, if you pull a knife on somebody and they don't have a knife, that's also a legal issue. So number one, before I continue with this little video, which I'm super excited to finally do a video after 3 weeks of not doing any videos, number one, you have to operate within the laws in your state. Every state has different laws with knives, with guns, this and that. So don't you be going out there and say that Israeli commando Mike Lickeneck told me I can take a knife and fucking slice somebody's neck because I was self-defensing myself. Meanwhile, you were just having an argument about some fucking bullshit with somebody. Okay, so number one, you must abide the law. However, what do you put more time in, knife or gun? Okay, personally, and if you know me for many years, you know I'm the knife guy. Okay, in the Israeli martial art community, I'm known for the guy that teaches knife fighting. I've taught knife fighting to many military units in America, and I actually love the knife. Okay, and I'm coming out with a knife, the Orev 5132, Raven 5132, which is a collab with Lotar Combat, but we'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, so what do you put more into training, knife fighting or handgun firearms? Okay, in my opinion, it should go for civilians. It should go first, learn how to defend yourself empty hand, okay, as much as you can, obviously, and then go into knife fighting. Okay, in other words, learn how to use a knife. Why? Knives are everywhere. Somebody comes in your house, They enter your house. There's knives in the kitchen. There's knives everywhere. You don't have to pull a permit to buy a knife. I'm sorry. You don't have to have special. How I say that? Special papers. You don't have to. You buy a knife at the supermarket. Not only that, knife never runs out of ammo. Knife is super low on maintenance. As soon as you have a knife, you don't have to clean it, you don't have to oil it, there's no moving parts. It's a fucking knife, okay? Unless it's a folder and you got to make sure the folder opens up good, blah blah blah. But I personally like fixed blades better than folders. So with that saying, a knife has zero maintenance. Even if the knife is not super sharp, it still can be used to self-defend yourself. If I fucking poke you in the eyeball with a sharp knife or with a dull knife, the fucking result is the same. Okay, so again, the maintenance of a knife is much lower. Okay, also there's less fear learning knife fighting, because if you train with training blades, that's not that like, you know, you have an entire culture in America, this fucking fucking tutu people, fruity people that are afraid of fucking guns, and they have a gun, and if the gun goes off, they're like, oh my god, right? Okay, I come from a culture that guns is part of the daily life, so we don't have that culture shock when we hear a firearm go off. But with a knife, you don't have that. Okay, so basically, if you have a training blade, if it's made of plastic or of aluminum, so people have that psychology is not as bad as that big boom in the hand, which is basically an explosion when you shoot somebody. So that's why I say knife would be more important. Okay, so then you have the whole issue. Okay, the whole issue. Which knife? This fixed blade, folder, a karambit, this and that. It doesn't fucking matter which knife it is. Okay, this is way overdone. Like, oh, this knife is better than this knife. A knife is a knife. The knife is dangerous because of the person using the knife properly. Okay, if you learn how to use the knife properly, it's not rocket scientist to fucking slash somebody or stab somebody. It's basically you learn the basic skills, you learn savage techniques that will work under pressure, and you drill it. And drillers make killers. That's it. It doesn't matter. It's all overrated fucking. I see on the internet and on social media these fancy schmancy knives. You put this finger in it, and the knife is secured to your hand. You put this finger in it. The fuck out of here. Just fucking grab the knife and stab the motherfucker. Okay, so again, what's better, knife or gun? You need both. Okay, if you're an Agana practitioner, if a truly Israeli combative methodology practitioner, and not only Agana, like any Israeli martial art or Israeli combative system, really it should be hand, knife, and gun. Okay, so educate yourself on three. But personally, I think for civilians, first empty hand combat, like hand-to-hand combat. Learn self-defense, learn how to fist fight, learn basic grappling, so if you do end up on the ground, you're not like a fish out of the water. I personally don't think that ground fighting is the mighty answer for street fighting. It's part of it if you need to know it, but it's not the mighty answer. I personally think street fighting is about being vicious, savage, and weapons, or any weapons, so to speak. Okay, so again, first learn how to fight with your fist, then learn how to fight with a knife. Doesn't matter the fucking knife. Don't let these people tell you, oh, the knife has to come from with that style of knife, because if you have that style of knife, you're much more dangerous. No, if you're not dangerous with a regular fucking knife, you're not gonna be dangerous with a fancy knife. Okay, so get that in your head. Okay, and then learn how to shoot with firearms. And if you basically mastered a regular handgun, jump up to an assault rifle. It's okay. Don't be tutti frutti. All right, guys. Movement is life. My first double tap in weeks. I'm so excited. I'm back finally fucking doing a double tap. I'm actually uploading it on a Monday instead of Tuesday. You guys have a great week. I can't wait to recover from this thing. It's like, see that motherfuckers, this fucking thing bulging out of my fucking collarbone. Anyway, Mike Lee Connect, Movement is life. Go get it.